Before we start, we'd like to thank our sponsors, gumballheaven.com. Do you like gum? If you do, you better check out gumballheaven.com and order yourself or your business a gumball machine with the yummiest gumballs ever. Gumballheaven.com will hook you up.
And we would also like to thank MiguelHernandezLaw.com, the best lawyers in California. If you do a lot of drugs, get into trouble, make poor decisions like robbing banks, or if you get arrested and you're innocent, give them a call. MiguelHernandezLaw.com. If you need a lawyer, you need them. And we have a new sponsor. We'd like to thank Cliff's Tire and Battery. You have a car, you need tires, and you need a battery. You don't need the hassle of going to some impersonal corporate store that treats you like a number. Go see Cliff's Tire and Battery in Salinas. They are located at 631 East Market Street. Tell them that the Twister Sisters sent you for a free smile and a high five. It puts the lotion on its skin. You forgot.
I know. I
saw you. I saw it in your eyes.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Unlikely Survivors podcast. I'm Caden.
And I'm Julie, and we are the Twister Sisters.
Today we have...
Joel.
Yay!
Yo, wait. Do you know The Last of Us?
The Last of Us?
Yes.
That's a video game I've heard, but
Yes.
I've not played it.
The main character's name is Joel.
Oh.
Yeah, you remind me of him.
It is?
Yeah.
I thought it was... Oh, wait. I'm thinking of the Walking Dead one.
Oh, it's so great.
Because the Walking Dead one's like the lead.
I have to download it on the PS4 still. It's just so great.
You love it so much, but you're just not downloading it.
Well, I'm gonna
You're
panic.
lazy. You're hurting Dad's feeling. He got that for you.
I'll do
Is
it
it
tonight.
scary?
Yeah, it's like zombies and all that. But you'll probably like it.
I don't like the scary stuff.
But it's really good. It's just like a really good storyline. Or you can watch it.
Okay.
Like on the PS4, watch someone play it. Or there's like certain gameplays you can play. Why am I writing this down? Okay, Julie, you start.
Okay, how old are you? This is a very complicated question.
I'm 39 and a half.
Yay. Wait, when's your birthday?
September?
Mine's September 2.
September what though?
Mine's September 1.
September 23.
I win.
No, 23 is a bigger number.
Too.
I win.
Darn it.
Yeah.
Julie, you keep going while I type this.
Okay. Are you married, and who are you married to? If you are?
I am married. I'm married to Kate
Yay.
for like 7 years, I think.
You have to remember that because if she listens to this, it's gonna be sad.
She'll probably figure out that I don't know exactly how many years, but it's something like that. I feel like it's 7 years.
Oh, yay.
Okay, I heard you were in the military.
Wait,
How long?
Caden, I went over this. I was gonna ask him how they met first.
Come on.
Oh,
Kate.
before you
Sorry.
go into the,
I know, I
before we
don't
go into the
listen.
military transition. Okay. How did you and Kate meet?
We're going to segue into the military a little bit. So I got out of the Army when I was 30 years old, and I was unemployed, but I had a lot of money saved up from the Army, so I wasn't really working that hard, and then I started to figure out I needed a new job, and I started to teach at this place called Kaplan, where they teach you how to take the standardized test that you take to get into college and to graduate schools and things. Y'all probably haven't taken the SAT or the ACT. Do you know what we're talking about with those tests, though?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I taught high school kids how to take the SAT. And when I was getting trained on how to be a teacher, Kate was thinking of leaving the Navy and doing similar sort of things. So we met at the teacher training. So we were like students trying to become teachers. And I passed her a note when we were sitting in the back of class one day, and then she passed a note back, and then we just passed notes and started going out not too long after that.
That's adorable. I totally shook it.
Notes.
No.
Secret life relationships, kind of. Were you guys like back to back by chair, or were there like people in between?
We sat in the back row, and we were next to each other.
Even better.
We should sit in the back row, but we always had to sit in the front row. Mom likes us to sit in the front row, but then the teacher will catch us.
So actually, Kate was sitting, I think, in the front row, and I went up and I was like, no, we're going to sit in the back. Because, like, there were real students there. We were just watching, and I was like, no, we're going to go sit in the back. And so she joined me.
Remember that time the teacher at Math Circle pointed out, like, she grabbed my paper and said, "This is wrong, do not do this to the entire class." And I think she pointed that I didn't. It was funny, but like embarrassing at the same time. Okay, now transitioning to the military stuff. Go.
Okay. So you were in the military, correct?
Yes.
Or the Army? I don't know the difference.
The Army is part of the military.
Oh, okay. How long were you in there?
9 years of active duty Army time, and then 4 years at the military academy.
What's that?
That is like a college to become a higher ranking Army person.
Like, Dad said something about Westpoint?
Yeah, so it's called Westpoint. It's the United States Military Academy at Westpoint. Westpoint's the name of the place on the Hudson River in New York. And that's a 4-year like college thing, but it's also military at the same time. Mm-hmm. So while you're a student, you get paid to go there. And then when you graduate, they just put you right in the Army at they call it an officer rank. So it's a medium to high rank. Mm-hmm. And you're like already trained up.
Mm-hmm. What was it like there? Like, did you stay in dorms or something?
Was it cool?
We always say it's a great place to be from, but not necessarily a great place to be. It's not, I mean, it's great. It's amazing. It's a really interesting place, but it's hard. It's really tough. The hours are rigorous. It's bleak and dreary because everything is gray. Your uniforms are gray. The buildings are gray. In the middle of the winter, the sky is gray. The trees turn gray. Like it's just so boring and drab, and it's kind of, it'll wear on you after a while. But there's a lot of great people there.
What if you like the color gray?
I do.
Then you win.
It's the best place to be.
That's what we call a gray hog.
Okay, did you like having your friends there?
Oh yeah. It's about 4,000 people in your class, so that's 1/4 of it, about 1,000 people in your class. And I'd say out of my class, I mean, any of those 1,000 people today, if I called them and said, like, hey, I need a hand, they would, like, drop what they're doing and help me out.
Oh, yay.
Yeah.
They're like good friends.
Even if they don't know me, though. Like, it's just one of those things. You do that for your classmate.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I want a friendship like that, but we have no friends.
Don't even bring that up.
We're just like, Mom, do you have anyone to come over to the house and play Call of Duty with?
And it's like, we have Josh, but he's at school, so guess it doesn't work.
Jackie's at school. They're all at school. We're homeschooled. Yeah. See, when we're done with our work, it's like, what do we do now? And then sometimes Caden doesn't want to play, and I'm just like...
Then it gets
You don't want to play with your little sister?
When you were, like, did you have to go to boot camp?
The first summer is kind of like a boot camp. They call it cadet basic training. And this is at Westpoint, so this isn't, like, truly Army. It's, like, half Army. So then after you graduate Westpoint, you also go to a basic training course. Mm-hmm. So in a way, I went to 2 boot camps, and neither of them were the same as what a lot of people that you might talk to in the military went through.
Is it like kind of what you go through in the movies, or nothing like that?
It's kind of like that. The West Point boot camp is a little different, though, because they're getting you ready for, like, to be a cadet instead of to be, like, an Army soldier. Mm-hmm. So there's a lot of things you still have to learn. You have to learn how to, shoot a rifle.
Sorry, a little closer, please.
You have to learn how to shoot a rifle, and you have to learn how to, like, wear a gas mask and things like that. But then there's a lot of things that they spend a lot of time on in basic training for the rest of the military that we probably didn't spend a lot of time on. Though I couldn't begin to tell you what that is right now.
Okay.
Like, how was it when you were learning how to use the gas mask or how to shoot a rifle? I've never shot a rifle, but
me neither.
I know about them from video games.
I feel like we shot a big gun when we were like 5.
Shotgun, probably.
Yeah, I don't remember what gun it was. I was really little. I had like brief memories of it. That's the word. I always forget the word.
Brief?
Yeah, I forget every word. I forget what I'm about to say, so I always stop mid-sentence.
You asked about the gas mask. That was horrible. They put you in a gas chamber where they have tear gas, so you can see that, like, when you're wearing the mask, it works, and then they tell you to take it off. Just to let you feel like, you see the difference? It works great when you have a gas mask on, and when you take it off, it sucks. I hope I can use that word.
Did you take it off?
Fine.
Oh, yeah, you have to. It's part of the game. And so it makes you, like, snot a whole lot, and it makes you cough, and you can't breathe. And they make you just stand there and breathe this gas for a while. And it's not going to kill you. It's just going to make you, like, your eyes burn, and your throat burns, and your nose
never
burns.
Doing that.
Yeah.
That sounds terrible.
I'd quit. I'd
be done with the gas mask, probably.
You just do it one day. You don't do it every day.
I would just downright, I would rather quit than do that, like, in all honesty. I mean, it's not my goal or anything, so yeah, I would
Yeah,
play.
I should probably learn how to use one for like when the world ends or something, but I don't know.
Caden, the world is supposed to end 4 years ago. In 2012
So you're good.
or something.
Hope so. The aliens are still coming. Okay, you were like in the war in Afghanistan, correct?
Iraq, actually.
Oh, see,
Yep.
that was wrong.
Yeah, he forgets.
Can you tell us a bit about that? Like what
Yes.
you did there and...
Experiences.
Sure. I went to Iraq. At the time, my unit that I was assigned to was in Alaska, and we were what is called a striker unit. So a striker is this wheeled armored vehicle, and our brigade had like, let's see, I want to say 2,000 and about 800 people. And probably, like hundreds of these armored wheeled vehicles. And so they gave us the northern sector of Iraq and said, you're in charge of this. So I was on the brigade staff. I was kind of like in a headquarters sort of position. And I was an intelligence guy, which meant I read lots of reports and I wrote lots of reports every day. And I tried to tell other people like where the bad guys might be, what they should be looking for, what we should try to do. Mm-hmm. So when we got to Iraq, I had a lot of office type duties, which is kind of boring when you think about it. But on the other hand, I mean, we were still there. I was in a city called Mosul, which is in the news right now because since the U.S. left, ISIS has actually taken over Mosul.
Oh, wow.
Excuse me.
Oh, I know. I agree, though. So it was intense. It was tough to be away from family and away from home for a year and a half. And it was really cool that you were close to all your friends, everybody that you work with. You like care about each other and you spend all your time together. Mm-hmm. And
Friendship is magic.
yeah, it is. It is. And that's what I remember thinking back. I don't remember like the, work and all the times, you don't think about when you were scared and things like that. You think about when you were just, playing cards and, tell stupid jokes with people. That's what you remember.
That was a reference to My Little Pony.
Oh.
There's this show called My Little Pony Friendship is Magic. And actually, there are guys in the military who watch it. They're called bronies because it's like bros and ponies combined. And they...
What are their names?
Bronies. I don't know.
Like the general fandom, the people who are part of it are normally called bronies. And I guess for girls, it's Pegasisters.
I just call myself a brony.
Yeah, brony's so much better than
Pegasisters is like too long and sounds weird.
Yeah. Girls can be bros too.
Yeah. Those are the tomboys. I'm like a tom brony. Brownie.
I can say with confidence I was not a brony, nor am I a brony today.
We could probably get him into it.
Yes.
I don't know about that.
You agreed. You said friendship is magic, and friendship is magic. It's not like Dora or anything.
Oh, well, good.
It's not anything like that.
Because you know what they say about Dora.
Keep going, Jolie. Sorry, I got this.
Wait, but no, it's actually a good show. It's good. It's like an epic battle scene and everything. It's more targeted toward families than just kids. Really.
My Little Pony is?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
I'd say it's a family show rather than just like a kids show. Because it's not like the older ones where like every single pony is really girly and really cliche. How did the military transition into explaining to you what My Little Pony is?
Let's go back into that.
Yes. Oh wait. Okay. I need to ask this first. Have you ever thrown a grenade?
I have.
Oh, tell us about it.
Wow, it's...
We like explosions.
You've been like waiting for this. Oh, the grenade is like the smallest of the explosions. Grenade, all right, so it's like this big, right?
Oh, they're very smaller.
They're not... Actually, there's like a ball and then it has a cap on it and then a thing. So, but it's like a straight up ball. It's not like the pineapple grenades that you always see on TV in the movies and stuff. They're just like little round things. And they're heavier than you expect. They probably weigh like, I don't know, 2 or 3 pounds. Like it's heavy in your hand. So you have to squeeze I can't even remember all the terms, but you hold on to like the trigger, I guess, and pull the pin out. And as soon as you release, there's like a spring-loaded thing that pops off. So as you throw it, that all pops off because you're not holding on to the grenade anymore. And that's what starts the timer, and it's got like 5 seconds before it blows up, right? I mean, I'm sure you've seen that. And they say, like, if you're really good and you're really advanced, you might, like, let go of it and let the timer start, and then you throw it so that it blows up as soon as it gets to where it's supposed to go. But when I threw it, and I only threw one grenade, and it was in, like, a training thing, they said, no, don't do that. You're just going to throw it as hard as you can, as far as you can, and just get rid of it because we don't want it to blow up next to you. And then you lay down on the ground, and it blows up, and it's loud, and there's no, like, fiery explosion or anything. It's just like a big white puff of smoke, and it sends shrapnel, little pieces of metal that just shoot out in every direction. And it's supposed to, blow up everything in, like, a 5-meter radius.
Yeesh.
Yeah.
I can't throw that far.
I want to throw a grenade still.
Yeah.
They're heavy.
I want to throw it anyways.
You should.
Yay!
You should. Throw it as far as you can.
Yay, you're supporting me. Okay. Do you want me to ask the Okay.
Yeah.
Have you ever been in a tank?
I have.
That was my question. Sorry.
Well, that's why I was asking you, because I didn't know if you get mad if I say it. I don't know why I'm explaining this to you.
Tell us about your tank experience.
Yes, go on.
So, all right, at Westpoint, they did a lot of training with a lot of different stuff so you could see what every part of the Army was going to be like. And I've been in probably, 5 or 6 tanks there, and then a handful of tanks when I was in the Army. So an armored vehicle isn't necessarily a tank. A tank is like the heavy duty, like super heavy duty armored vehicle with one big gun on the front and lots of armor, and it only fits 4 people, and it's supposed to shoot forward. And they're cool. They weigh a whole lot, and you can tell, like, it's like if you knock on a table, you can kind of hear like that there's hollowness behind it. If you knock on a tank, it's like knocking on the sidewalk. There's it's so dense and packed. There's no echo or anything. It doesn't sound like dong, 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 nothing like that. It's like nothing.
You can't hear anything.
Yep.
But they use a lot of gas. They're bumpy rides. They don't have much shock absorbers. So, like, if you hit a bump, you know it.
Oh.
But they're fun. They're fun.
Yeah. Oh, I want to go in
One like that?
The one on the top left is an M1 Abrams.
I can never see her computer. It's not fair.
Yeah. So that's what the U.S. Army uses right now.
Just look up tank, and then the first picture to pop up.
All right.
Who's that?
That's some guy named Tank.
Okay. Okay. Do you have any more questions about the military, Caden?
Me? Yeah, I have like a ton.
Okay.
What's the biggest gun you have ever shot? Like a machine gun or the tank gun? Have you done that?
Yeah. So the tank gun is really big, and I have fired that. The biggest might be what's called a howitzer. So, yeah, I would have to look up all the millimeters, but I think a 155 howitzer is probably the biggest thing I personally have shot. And that's a cannon that shoots like up into the air as opposed to straight out. And you're supposed to like shoot and literally they can shoot 30 miles.
Oh, wow.
And it goes way up and then comes down and then blows up. So, yeah, you don't even see like what you're shooting at. Somebody radios you and tells you, it's like this whole big thing. Somebody radios another person and says, hey, we need somebody to shoot here. And they'll tell them like where on the map, like get somebody to shoot here. And then that person will figure out what the people in the howitzer cannon, like what elevation they need to raise the gun to and how much gunpowder to put in it to get the round to fly that far and to land exactly there. So it's like one person is saying, I see the bad guys, like that's where we want this to go. Another person does all the math and says, okay, this is what you need to do. And then like there's a group of people who put all the stuff into the cannon and shoot it.
How big is it?
The cannon?
Yes.
It's 155 millimeter 155 howitzer is what they call it, which is so like the barrel is about that big around, and that's the inside of the barrel. So the outside, it's like heavy duty, and then it looks very similar to the tank. If you Google howitzer, HOWITZER,
You spelled that way too fast.
how?
Got it.
You found a howitzer? So there's some that look like.
Oh, dang, that's
They look
awesome.
like tanks, but really, remember, like a tank's supposed to shoot straight forward. Those shoot up into the air, and they shoot a long, long way.
They're like mini tanks. They have them in the balloon tower defense game. Sorry,
Oh, okay.
I know it.
Okay. But remember, you'll never be able to defeat Daryl even if you have a tank.
Not in Balloon Tower Defense.
Wait, what?
Daryl will always win. Wait, I'm talking about The Walking Dead.
Oh.
Remember?
You watch Walking Dead?
Kane,
Yeah.
It's really good.
it's because... Did you watch till like season 4?
I did not start until about season 4.
Because like Daryl does something to it. Like he wins.
Oh, yeah.
I can't believe you didn't get that yet. You're
Sorry,
like,
I wasn't even thinking.
it's like, we got a tank. We got a Daryl.
And, like, he ends up killing a ton of people, and then he ends up blowing up the tank.
Kane, don't give him up. He like...
With the grenade.
Yeah.
I'm not going to go back and watch the old ones. Y'all are good. There's no spoilers here.
It's just so great.
Well,
It's an awesome scene.
Yeah, it's just like a scene
like
where he blows up the
ambush
tank
and-
because...
Blows up the tank, and he saves Beth, and then kind of everyone else dies, but it's still great.
Woohoo for Beth.
Yeah, she's dead.
That's the
Kane,
blonde
don't
girl.
say that.
Another spoiler.
Yeah, Caden.
Wait. I wasn't supposed to say that,
No, I knew that.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Nikki was like depressed after Beth. Nikki was so sad.
Mm-hmm.
And she kept telling us that like the entire time we went to go see her. I'm sad that Beth died.
My wife was all sad. I didn't know who Beth was because I just started watching, and I was like, oh, okay. I guess she's dead.
Okay.
Have you ever gotten attacked? Were you like in the dirt, kind of just hiding when
Yeah.
going over you? Can you tell us a bit
scary.
about that?
In Iraq, there were probably a dozen or so times where I felt like I was getting shot at and I really needed to take cover, and I was like nervous. So again, I was working in an office most of the time. I wasn't running around and like, you know, with a gun and things like that day to day. I was working in an office, walking to and from the copying machine, doing important things other people would laugh at and make fun of. But if like, because we were talking about things shoot up in the air and then see. So they would shoot like rockets and mortars and things that would blow up just where we were, and you never knew like when it was going to happen. So when stuff started blowing up, you had to get on the ground or go into a nearby bunker. There were a lot of concrete bunkers that you could go sit in, and then you didn't know when it was done. I think the scariest one was one morning when it was about 6 a.m. and I was still asleep, and things started blowing up right around where my
Tell us all about it.
They're
All about
evil. They're evil. Why would they wake you up at 6 a.m? At least
serious.
at least
sad.
do that like... that's
bro, that's
mean.
terrible.
I mean, it's like when you're sleeping and you're having a dream about flying and cotton candy, and then suddenly an explosion wakes you up and ruins it all.
Okay, well,
go
tell us
on.
all about the experience.
Tell us
with
about the meanies who woke you up.
I think there were like probably 10 or so explosions, and I don't think it was until the second or the third one when I realized like, OMG, like this is serious. And I rolled out of bed, and then because I kept my armor and my helmet and everything under my bed when I slept, so I rolled out of bed and I got on the floor and I just started putting all that stuff on, and my roommate was doing the same thing. He was actually up early Skyping with his family, and when things started blowing up, he just slammed the computer shut because he didn't want his family to see all of
Oh,
it.
that's sad. Oh.
And it was scary though. Like we lived in trailers, and they were like shipping containers, kind of like a storage Connex type thing. And a couple of them got destroyed pretty good. And a guy not too far from where I lived got his ear cut off, and there were things like that. Yeah.
Then he wouldn't be able to put in earphones.
Joey.
Well,
Sorry, music is like my life. I bring my earphones everywhere I go.
I think he could still hear. And I mean, he was definitely smiling and happy because,
He lived.
yeah, he
Yeah,
didn't get his
that's good.
head cut off. It was just his ear. So
It was just like, I died, but I lived.
What? No, his
Yes.
ear died, but his entire life lived. What?
Yes, exactly.
Lived, but only his ear.
So-
I'm making this complicated.
So after like you put all the armor and helmet and all that kind of stuff on, did you just hide under like your bed or something, or?
not really under the bed.
Never hide under the bed. You'll always get caught. No matter what. No matter what you think. Even if there's no other hiding spot, there's only a bed. Still don't hide under the bed. Okay, go on.
All around the outsides of the trailers, we had big stacks of sandbags. So theoretically, anywhere you were inside, you had like things to stop the explosions from really getting to you. But it didn't feel like enough, because you never know, like, where's the next round going to land? Is it going to land right on you? Is it going to land right next to you? You don't know. So, I mean, for those, and it was probably only like a minute or two, maybe 3. But for those 3 minutes, it was just terrifying. Like, you never knew is the next explosion going to be right next to me, right on top of me? And so, like, we just laid there and, like, worried, and then it stopped. And then we waited for a minute to see if it was over, and my roommate ran to the door just to see if, like, what the damage was like outside. And as soon as he opened the door, there were people running around and going to help each other. So we just jumped in and helped out and did stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
When was that?
That was in 2000. It would have been in 2005. Hold on. I couldn't put a month on it. I bet it was in the winter of 2005 going into 2006, but I couldn't put exactly a date on it.
Okay.
Damn, that must have been scary.
I know. I would have been like, Daddy, hold me.
I felt my bed shake when I had a bunk bed with an earthquake, and that terrified me. It was just like a dun-dun.
Kate and I, we've never, like, this is probably obvious, but, like, we've never experienced a natural disaster, just like mini earthquakes. That's it.
That's a good thing.
Yes, but it's like,
what happens if something does happen?
I know. Then we'll, like, freak out. Like,
what if there's like a tsunami?
We've never, like, been in a fire or, like, I don't know. There's no other thing that. Wait, what other? There's no other examples I have, but.
I've been in a situation where the horse was, like, rearing right next to me.
She has more experience than me. She fell off a horse.
I've fallen. Nah, I don't think that'd be as scary as that. Because I have fallen and it's not that scary, really.
The scariest thing that happened to me, Caden would start trotting on the horse and I was freaking out. Like, she's like, go Abby. I'm like, Caden, I'm going to fall. Even though
I felt so bad for my horse because I was sitting on her.
I was freaking out.
So she sat where she's supposed to be sitting, and then I sat in the back. So I'm kind of like kicking her.
And you're on her butt.
Like, right at her hips, and I'm like, Abby, I'm so sorry because Julie won't kick you, so.
Abby's the horse's name.
Of course.
Sorry.
I am scared of horses. Actually, the scariest thing that happened to me, I found a really big spider in my little shoe basket. I freaked out. I did that.
I found a horse in my shoe basket. Oh my gosh.
Spiders are pretty scary.
Spiders are the worst. I mean, it was really big.
Yeah, they're scary. And
do you have tarantulas here? Anybody ever seen tarantulas?
Yeah, I've seen them on the trail.
I've seen them hiking.
And I've held them all the time. They don't bother me. I'm like,
I've never touched a tarantula.
Tried to get Mom to let me get one. She didn't let me, though.
Or a snake.
I was going to name him Fred.
Okay, just get a fluffy dog like Sam. Then you can hug him and snuggle him.
But they're more hard work.
And then let him on your bed without Mom knowing.
Yeah, I tried to get a snake. And I've tried to get, like, geckos and turtles. Not frogs. Not a big fan of frogs. Tried to get a tarantula. I was going to name him Fred.
Didn't you, like, had tadpoles or something? Or was it like Jackie's class that had
in Connie's class, we had tadpoles.
Oh, okay. Oh, do you remember Sadie?
Yeah, never got a rat.
Okay.
Tell us about your dog.
No, I was going to ask you if you have any pets, but yeah, tell us. Dad already told us, but yeah.
We have a dog named Bella.
Yeah.
Bella is a 95 or so pound Labradoodle. She's black and shaggy.
Is she cute?
I think she is.
Yay.
Yeah, show us a
if you say she's cute, I'm pretty sure she's cute.
She's like that awkward girl that's like too tall because she's taller than everybody else, and she's self-conscious about it. That's what Bella's like.
Aww.
Let me see if I got a photograph of her. She looks a lot like Grover.
Sorry,
you know Grover, right? Like the blue Elmo.
What?
Grover from like Sesame Street and.
It sounds really familiar.
You've got to know what Grover is.
If I see him, Grover. Oh yeah, I remember.
She looks like that.
Yes, I know exactly what you're talking about.
That's basically what our dog looks like.
Here, this is who I know.
Cookie Monster.
This is who I know. This is Caden's favorite. Caden loved Cookie Monster.
Cookie Monster.
That's Grover. If Grover put on weight.
That's sad.
Oh my gosh.
That's really sad.
This is cute. This is baby. Caden, search up baby Cookie Monster. But moving on.
There's Bella.
Oh.
Do we need to show the
wait,
camera?
I want to see now.
It's better like that.
Aww. She looks really fluffy.
I know.
Yeah, she's just shaggy and she's half Labrador and half poodle, so she's,
Yeah.
She's one of the smartest dogs.
there you go.
Because
Ever.
they're part of the smartest way.
Labradoodle or...
The labs are like in 8th place, I think. Something like that. I'm not sure. I know poodles, border collies, and German shepherds are in like first.
Zim is pretty smart. But,
Next question.
wait, I want to go to, like, this is the last question of military because we've been talking about
No,
the
I
military.
still want to talk.
We're still there.
Wait,
I thought we
but-
were talking about tsunamis and
Yeah, I still
I know,
want to talk
but wait.
about it.
tarantulas.
I want to go into, like, something else. Well, okay, fine.
No, do it.
Because, no, Caden wants to, though. No, but I want to use this one for, like, the last...
The people who like taught you at your boot camp or your teaching stuff, did you have like a scary leader or something? Or teacher?
Wow, yeah, there were a couple. I'm thinking of, there was this one guy when I was a freshman at the academy. So you don't say freshman, you say plebe. And this guy was a junior, but you don't say junior, you say cow. I know it's a strange term, but there's this cow, and that's like a scary thing because cows are like the scariest class. At any rate, there was this guy named Sovich, and everybody was just terrified of him. And he was like a really nice guy after you got to know him. But when you're like brand new and he's like this big, huge, muscular guy, he was just terrifying. And he would always yell about just everything. And one of the things you had to do when you were a freshman or a plebe, you had to deliver the laundry. Mm-hmm. So you put your laundry in bags and you send it out, and like the laundry service does it, and they clean it and they send it back. And the plebes have to go collect all the clean laundry and take it to the right rooms and put it in the right closet so that nobody else has to do that. And we always like fought over who had to take Sovich's laundry to him because he was just so terrifying. Like nobody wanted to go to his room because you knew he was going to yell at you for like 45 minutes, and then you would just
Kind of just stand there, feel awkward.
or cry.
Did anyone ever, like, cry?
Yeah.
Pee his pants?
I don't think I saw that. And usually, I mean, people didn't cry very often, but stress gets to you. It gets to anybody.
Yeah.
See, this is why I don't go to, like, any camps where you stay the night.
I know. I'm
might.
too scared.
I know, like, people are scary.
I'm supposed to be away from you for a week. I'm going with Gwen
Oh.
to a show.
Yeah, I mean, oh.
Everyone's going to miss me.
I'm just kidding.
Okay, keep going with that.
Nobody yells at you at camp, though.
No.
Not like that.
I know, but people...
Well, you get lectures sometimes.
Yeah.
When you're...
People are weird, though, anyways, and if I'm going to have to, like, stay the night, because I actually might be going to an animation camp, this is going to be weird, like...
It's going to be weird.
I usually don't... I have a few friends, but, like, we barely ever see each other, and it's, like...
It's just going to be weird if we go to... I don't know, to people we don't know, it's just...
It's awkward.
I don't know.
When I try to be funny, they either laugh
You always gotta
or they
test
don't
out
laugh
how
and they
far-
look at me like...
You have to always test out how
That's
far
what you look at me like when I'm not funny. You're like... when I try to be funny.
Penny's me, child.
Okay, go.
It's like every time you meet someone new, you just have to test how far you can go with your jokes. Am I the only one who has to do that?
Oh my gosh.
No, you're probably not.
No, you are. You are. I mean, you aren't. You aren't. Because I'm scared. Like, I'm going to be... Like, it might sound mean or offensive sometimes.
Got any good stories from the military still?
Got any stories?
Yeah.
Is that what you said?
Mm-hmm.
And then
Random
you threw your
memories.
pen on the floor?
Okay,
I didn't mean to.
okay, don't tell them, like, okay, tell us a story about the military. You have to, like, be more specific. It's like, tell us a story about your life.
Tell us the happiest memory
No,
you have
wait,
of
no.
being with your buddies.
No, I want to say, this is, like, the similar of what I'm saying, but the best memory you had there. Like, one of the best.
So I think when you say there, I always think of the year and a half I was deployed. That's to me like that was the biggest thing I did in the Army. So the happiest memory there is probably towards the end of the time when we were there, when we were really used to things. And I used to work night shift for a while, and a lot of the guys that were on day shift, the only time we see each other is say like 7 to 9 in the morning and then 7 to 9 at night when we kind of overlapped. I was just waking up, they were just going to bed, that sort of thing. And every night we would get together and like smoke cigars and just go like sit at like a picnic table outside and just sit there, and you couldn't like drink real beer, so we would drink the fake beer that has no alcohol in it, and we would just drink that or Pepsi or something and smoke cigars. I don't even like cigars, but it was like a happy time because everybody was just like enjoying each other's company, and we would just sit there and smile.
I'm like a Coke and Pepsi addict. Like, I'm addicted to Coke and Pepsi, just so you know.
I hate Pepsi.
It's like
Coke all the way, bro.
they're both, they taste really similar. I don't even care. I'm like a soda addict, actually, just to any soda, really. Except for Dr. Pepper.
Okay, Dr. Pepper I love.
Dr. Pepper's pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's like prune flavored, I think.
I remember I was ordering root beer, but the people said, "Oh, we're out of root beer. Can we get you Dr. Pepper instead?" I'm like, no.
It's definitely not root beer. They're trying to sell you short there.
So the yummy Sprite. Wait, I want to like transition into something new. How far are we in?
35.
We're about 2 inches down.
He's looking at the questions. Wait,
Yeah,
I have like a third? No, not a third.
So right after you got out of the military, what did you do after?
You're asking too many questions.
I like to ask.
I know, but I have like some stuff I want to transition into.
Just poker to make her be quiet. That's what we do.
As it happens, that was a good segue. Right after I got out, I started getting ready to hike, and I know you're going to ask me about hiking, but I got out of the Army. My last day was in February, like early, it might have been late January of 2007. So I had just come back from Iraq. I was in Iraq until December. So I came home for Christmas, and then I got out of the Army, like bam, bam, bam. And then I drove from Alaska to Tennessee, which if you have a map, that's like at least 8 inches. Right?
You went to Canada.
I did.
Hashtag Canada for president.
Yes.
Hashtag yes for president.
Canada for president.
Yeah.
Canada is totally running.
Holy cow, I had no idea.
No, I'm totally kidding, but
Caden, I'm really bad. Why are you
all of Canada.
Caden, it's not like he believes you.
Canada.
Oh, Canada's gonna run our country now.
Yeah, I don't think that's gonna happen.
Yeah, Caden, I think he knew.
Canada's gonna win.
Okay.
Canada's going to win.
Okay, go on.
Just gotta believe.
At any rate, I drove and I said I'm going to like zigzag and drive through all of the states on the west side of the U.S. that I've never been to. So I drove from Alaska down to Washington, through Oregon, down to California, over to Nevada, and then I turned left and started driving back north. Up through Idaho into Montana, cut into North Dakota, South Dakota, back west towards Wyoming.
You have this memorized.
Well, I drove it. It was a long drive, I'll put it that way. But I think I drove through maybe 12 or 13 states that I had never seen before.
Wow.
Let's just say I'll never be able to do that because I get car sick.
I'll do a horseback.
Sorry, I just had to say that.
You might not get car sick if you're driving. It really matters. Because if you're the one that decides how fast you're going and where you're turning, it doesn't feel strange.
Driving kind of scares me because, like, I've been in a car accident before. Not like a big
to
one,
get my permit next year.
but someone, like, hit us in the back and I was really scared. So now it's like, I'm scared to drive. I don't want to drive.
If you're in the Kubota,
Just drive.
like a golf cart.
Oh, that's fine.
That's fine. It's scary.
Caden, drive me. Just drive me wherever I go. Mom,
You
drive
got the
me.
right attitude. I don't want to drive. I would much rather just be a passenger and have somebody else drive me around.
Yeah. get a taxi.
Okay, so you were driving around all the states and
Oh, yeah.
traveling.
And then I went home and I got like the last bits of my gear to go hiking. Because hiking, I hiked through another 14 states.
Oh, man.
Wow.
Yeah. So that year I saw probably half the states. I probably saw 35 states that year.
You travel a lot. I've never been out of California or Nevada.
Well, that's 2. 48 more.
Well, I've barely like been in Nevada. Like, one
Las
city.
Vegas.
Yeah, Las Vegas. That's it. Like Las Vegas
That's a
and
good one.
California.
I mean, I haven't spent a lot of time in every place, but I have actually been to all 50 states now, at least for a few minutes.
Wow. You've been to Hawaii?
I have. My sister lived in Hawaii for a while.
So awesome.
I proposed to my wife in Hawaii.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Candace is because she wants a boyfriend.
She wants to be proposed to. That's what it sounds like.
No, I want to go swim with dolphins. So bad.
Then why'd you say
That's adorable. The shipping has really gotten to me.
I don't know.
It means when you pair someone up with someone.
Okay.
See, the best thing about being a writer, which I am, is that you can just pair anyone up like your characters together, and no matter what anyone says, you can do it anyways. You can do whatever you want with your characters, and no one will ever be able to control your characters.
What if they don't like each other?
But I can make them like each other no matter what I do, because that's the power of being a writer.
Okay, so you stayed home and you got all your
Stuff.
packing stuff.
Yeah.
Things.
And I bought too much stuff. Because I was used to, like, the army, you always carry, like, a lot of stuff. And when you're hiking and, like, it's hiking for fun, you don't want to carry everything. You want it to be as light as you possibly can. But I didn't really know that yet, so I had way too much stuff.
Did you go, like, on horseback at all?
No?
No?
I've been on horseback, but not that year.
I don't like horses. Go on.
Yeah, it took about 6 months, right?
Yeah.
And I heard you did it with a dog.
Most of the way, yeah.
I need to, like... See, this is what I'm trying to transition into. Like, you're talking about now it's hard.
Now it's hard. So my dog, I'll just say this, because you're not going to ask this question. My dog was Sebastian. And if you remember, I was just in Iraq for a year and a half, and I had not seen my dog, because I had to leave him at home. So my sister Mary and her husband took him, and he lived in their backyard in Mississippi. And so when I came home and I drove all that way and then I went and saw my dog, it took him a minute. Like, he didn't recognize me at first. And then he got super excited. And then I put him in the car and we drove and we went hiking for half a year. So, come on, that's a good walk for a dog. Like, he was happy. What dog wouldn't be excited to go on a walk for half a year?
Okay, now
wait. I'm going to ask a question. You are just asking all the questions.
Seriously.
You are hogging the question.
Cereal, dude. Sorry.
Yeah. Okay. Tell us about, like, the view and stuff.
Well, no,
of hiking.
Start at the
Of hiking?
beginning.
No, I just want to ask about the view, but fine. Like, okay, before you went on your hike, were you, like, nervous or excited or, I don't know, feeling weird?
I think excited is a good word. I wasn't, like, nervous because there was nothing going to be, like, scary or dangerous. It was just, like, camping and walking. And I kept thinking, like, if the toughest thing I have to do on any given day is just walk up a hill or up a mountain, that's not a bad day. You know, that's a kind of fun day. So I was excited about it more than anything.
And you're not alone. You got your doggy.
And I had my dog with me.
Yeah.
And I kept him on the leash for the first, like, month and a half. And after a while, I was like, yeah, you can get off the leash and just run around and do whatever you want.
Oh, our dogs, they will run off, but they will always come back.
Our little dogs.
They've lived in this house their entire life.
Yeah. And they want to be around you. Like, that's dogs
sort
are
of.
social too. They want to be around the same people. You're their pack.
Golly likes me. Cindy doesn't like it when I pick her up and hug her.
Cindy's blind now.
She doesn't mind if I pet her, but she's like, "Don't pick me up, woman. What are you doing?"
You pet her so much she's blind.
Julie, how could you?
I'm not that person.
So how was it like when you first started?
Was it like?
Where did you start?
I started in northern Georgia at a place called Amicalola Falls, which is north of Atlanta. And my dad dropped me off, and actually first he took me up there. We camped out for one night together, and then the next morning we went down to the base of the waterfall, and I checked in at, like, this cabin where they weigh your backpack, and you can sign a roster and say, like, yeah, I'm about to go hiking, and then you just start walking on the trail. And the first day I walked like 8 miles, and I was exhausted because I had carried too much stuff. And then the next day I walked probably 6 miles because I was so tired. And then after that I was like, I got to pick up the pace because the whole trail was 2,276 miles. Or wait, 2,176 miles that year.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wait. What was my follow-up question?
Oh, no.
I forgot.
Find it.
Well, you asked about the views
I'm
earlier.
looking in my. Oh yeah. Was the waterfall really pretty?
That waterfall was pretty gorgeous.
Did you take pictures?
You had to.
Yeah. Did you
You had a camera, right?
Yeah.
I did. I lost some of the photos.
Oh.
Some of them, or I'd say most of them I have, and they're on my Facebook.
I don't go on Facebook.
Yeah, I don't either.
I do all the
I've
time.
stopped.
Me too.
But I was mailing home back in those days. We didn't do email for big file dumps and, like, file transfers and stuff. So I was mailing CDs of my photos home, and one of them broke in the mail. So it had like a month and a half worth of pictures on it. So I lost a lot of stuff there.
Well, it's forever in your mind.
Yes.
It will always be in your heart. Very cheesy.
Yeah.
When like you were hiking, did you just like stay in a tent or were there meetups at cabins?
Very good question. On the Appalachian Trail, there are cabins about every 8 miles.
Oh, okay, cool.
But I carried a tent because I had a dog with me, and not everybody likes dogs. So I didn't want to just go into the cabin and make everybody deal with my dog. Especially like if it's raining, you know, some people don't like dogs, and then a wet dog comes in and shakes and gets everybody's stuff.
Well, you can't leave the dog outside.
I know, they can't just
They
do
need to have
that.
at least like some like heart to let the dog
Humanity.
inside.
Well, that's why I had a tent.
It's a man's best friend.
It was. He was a great dog.
So people need to accept it.
But some people don't like dogs.
Why?
I know how to.
I mean, if you're allergic,
wrong,
that's
but-
understandable.
Yeah.
But if
Yeah.
you don't like dogs, then we're not friends anymore. We'll never be friends.
You would like my wife.
Yay!
Yeah, wait to meet her. My hamster is named Captain Kate.
Commander Kate, but
Same thing.
okay.
Close enough.
My wife is Commander Kate. Your hamster outranks my wife.
Oh.
Your hamster is like, what do you call it? Higher rank. Yeah.
Did you ever like encounter any kind of dangerous animals like mountain lion or bears or wolves, sea lions?
There's not wolves on
Dragons.
the East Coast. There's no. We saw
Unicorns.
bears. I saw bears. I saw moose are really dangerous. Believe
Moose
it or
are
not.
scary.
Yeah. Rattlesnakes.
I've seen rattlesnakes.
I was a little nervous walking through a bunch of rattlesnakes one day. There are like probably 10 of them.
Oh gosh, were
Yeah.
they just like lined up or?
Yeah, it was like a rocky, like on the side of a mountain, and the trail just kind of went on this rocky portion, and there were just snakes all over the place.
Oh my gosh. What about your dog?
I put him back on the leash for that, and I kept him really close because I didn't want him to go like sniffing
Yeah.
a snake, like, "Hey, how are you doing?"
Did you get attacked by anything?
No.
Phoenix? Unicorn?
A skunk.
That's
Really?
terrible. That's worse than I.
It missed me. It got the dog though.
Oh,
Okay. The dog isn't as bad because I've dealt
But
with
he
them.
has
like, at the
super
ranch.
smell, so he's gonna smell himself, and he's like, ugh.
But getting sprayed with the skunk,
Yeah.
that'd be terrible.
This is why I don't go out in the wild. I'm like an outdoor person, but like in like public society and stuff.
Did you have to hunt?
Civilization.
No. I hiked with a credit card. Every time I got to a town or even a gas station or something, you just went in and buy new food. So I only carried like 4 or 5 days worth of supplies most of the time.
Have you ever hunted?
Yep, I have. I've hunted deer and I've hunted birds. And I've unsuccessfully hunted some other stuff when I was in Alaska. We never got a bear. We never got caribou or a moose.
What about penguins? No, I know. I'm
Don't
so
even
sorry.
say that. Penguins are amazing and awesome. Don't kill one ever.
And they live in South America, not North America.
But they're
I
amazing.
know nothing about penguins.
Well, what if one is in a zoo and you just see it and you decide to shoot it? Like, don't do that. I
They
don't know.
might be delicious, though. You never know.
No, don't. They're amazing. Caden, actually, when I was at gymnastics earlier today, Caden's like, "You look like a penguin." I'm like, "You must be jealous then. Penguins are amazing," or something like that. Yep.
Okay.
Wait. I was gonna ask something.
Hunting, hiking.
Any good stories? Best memories?
That like was a story. Okay.
Well, yeah, but
When I like. Oh, can you explain the views now?
Every couple of hours, there'll be a new view. And you have to think about it because, I mean, that's a long way. I went 2,000 miles, so...
dang, that's heck of a long.
Yeah, it's a long way. And it was different. Like in the south, the hills are like rolling hills with lots of trees. And then it was also springtime. And by the time I got up north, it was different kinds of mountains, more rocky. And it was summertime. So like the weather was different. Everything was different.
Wow.
There were a lot of highlights. And I remember for the first month, you wanted to take a picture of like every single thing. And there was this guy who was finishing up his hike because he started to the north and he was hiking back to the south. Mm-hmm. And I remember like stopping and taking a photo and like, oh, I gotta get another angle. And he walked by and he was like, and just kept going. And I remember thinking, like, yeah, I guess if you've been hiking already for 4 or 5 months, you don't really care about every single time you see something. And that was kind of what it was like towards the end. You would stop and appreciate it, and then just move on.
I used to just like sit down and look at the view.
Did you like watch sunsets or sunrises?
Yeah. Whenever there was a nice spot, and I loved setting up camp in a place where you had a good view. That was one of the best things because you always wanted to end the day with a nice view.
Yeah.
Okay, well, since there are like so many views, do you have like a favorite view that you can describe?
There's one that I went and revisited a couple of times because it's not too far from the highway in Tennessee. And Tennessee's where I grew up, so it's probably like a 6 or 7 hour drive from where I lived. And my sister and I went back, so I knew this one in particular, and now I can't think of the name of the place. But you have to hike for a couple of hours off the highway, and you go to, like, you're just kind of in the middle of a field almost, right? And then you go around a bend and there's like some trees and there's what looks like a little hill, and then you go on the other side of the hill and it's like the Grand Canyon. Like that you never knew it was there because it was behind this other hill. And it wasn't obviously the Grand Canyon because it was Tennessee, but there was just this huge valley that you don't expect to see. And you can just sit on the rocks and just look down at it. And that was something that's, I think, more common in California and is less common where I grew up. So I remember that one in particular, like, wow, this is not too far from where I live.
That's awesome.
And you moved your stickers.
I just decided, like,
Stickers. Gotta move them every 10 minutes.
I don't know. I just felt like doing it.
Julia, ask any last questions because I meant to write more, but I was like,
Oh, but I have like a lot of other things we need to talk about.
Whatever you like.
Go. It's up to you. Do you have anything you need to do? Because I don't want to like keep you from something.
About hiking?
No, like actual life stuff.
Like,
Well,
no,
that's actual
after
life
this
stuff.
podcast, we have anything else to do.
Oh, tonight?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm going to go home and probably take a nap.
Cool.
Well, and
So no.
By nap, do you mean you're just gonna sleep for the night?
By nap, yes, I mean until tomorrow.
So that's not a nap.
Okay.
Like,
Go, Julie.
favorite TV show, book, and movie. 1 minute, go.
Wow, TV show, I'm going to say 30 Rock. Because that's a great show.
Okay.
Book. Tale of Two Cities, maybe? Charles Dickens is fantastic.
Have you read Percy Jackson?
Not yet.
Have you ever read Pendragon?
I have not, but I saw that there's a bunch of them down here.
You noticed my books?
I did. I always like books. I'm a big reader. So are they good?
Yeah, my dad loves them. My sisters love them.
We're talking
She
about
doesn't read it.
Pendragon, the reality book.
Yes. By the way, like his face is on some of the covers, but the first book that I got of Pendragon didn't have his face. It had a picture of like the ring. I don't remember much about it, but
You sure it's not Pendragon?
or it's one of them, Pendragon or Pendragon.
There's no dragons in it, by the way. So
My sisters, I think my sister, one of them, or someone called it Pendragon, and now I keep calling it Pendragon, but at first I started calling it Pendragon. But, what do you call it? His face is on the covers. I'm like, I never imagined him to look like that. It looks weird. Like, judging his looks, I'm a bad person.
I hate that about book covers if they ruin it. It's like, that's not what that person looks like.
Yes.
Or, like, when they put in a book into a movie, like, I didn't imagine it to look like that.
Yeah.
Or like in Percy Jackson, when Grover is supposed to have like reddish hair and freckles and short and pimples, and they make him a black dude.
You love this Percy Jackson guy.
Oh, I love the series. It's so great. You have no idea.
You right?
There's a series called Dork Diaries, and it's a picture diary book thingy. It's not like, but it's not colored. It's like you're looking in a girl's, you're looking in a girl's diary, and like she's drawing in it too because she's an artist. But and then you look at all the girls, and then you see the colored version, like people make colored fan art and whatnot. It's like Mackenzie. I thought she was a ginger. She has blonde hair. What? And then I imagine the main character, Nikki, to be blonde, but she actually has brown hair. I'm like, what? And then Chloe is Zoe, and Zoe is Chloe. Like, Zoe has the long hair, and Chloe has the short hair. That's what I thought, but no, it's the opposite. Zoe has the long hair, and Chloe has the short hair. I'm like, what? That's what I hate about book covers.
Frustrating.
Yeah. I always imagine Zoe's Chloe and Chloe is Zoe anyways. I don't care.
Okay, wait. Movie.
Oh, yeah.
Movies is a tough one.
You don't have one?
A few.
I would say there's like 50 movies that I would consider like A+ level movies, and it's hard to pick from among them.
Just say a few.
Yeah.
All right, so The Godfather, that would be a top-notch movie. The Graduate, One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, Fight Club.
I've heard of that.
My dad explained that to me.
There's just like so many great movies. I went through a real big time in my life where I was just watching 2 or 3 movies a day.
Do you like action movies?
Do you like Princess Mononoke?
Mononoke Hime? Yes.
Princess Mononoke.
In Japanese, it's Mononoke Hime, thank you.
You watch it in Japanese? I have to watch in Japanese. I watch Kiki's Delivery Service in Japanese. Because all the others I think are in English.
I probably have to watch them in English because I usually like multitask and whatnot. I don't like watching it in Japanese and I can't draw even if it's like on the side. Because it's just like, ugh, I can't multitask.
Yeah, it's true. You can't multitask when you watch anime.
I know, it sucks.
True.
I'm like watching Fairy Tail and I'm like, wait, I missed something. And then the dub version sucks. Like it ruins the entire thing for you so you can't watch it. Sorry, I'm like ranting about dub. Okay, wait. More questions.
More questions.
Okay, what college did you go to? I heard
The United States Military Academy at Westpoint.
Well, wait, didn't you go to lawyer school or something? I know nothing about lawyers. I really should, but...
Yeah, I went to law school. I went to 2, actually. I started at University of Memphis, and then I went 1 year there. You have to go 3 years of law school, but my wife was in the Navy, and she got reassigned to Virginia. Mm-hmm. So I moved and transferred to the University of Richmond, Virginia. Go Spiders.
Yay.
Spiders?
Spiders is our mascot.
Yay.
That's weird, okay.
It is.
I don't like spiders.
Yeah, but it's a great mascot for a school. Nobody else has got bugs. Except for, I guess, the, banana slugs out here.
If I wanted a mascot, it would be a phoenix. Oh, I remember. That's what I'm going to make my school mascot for my story.
Not a manticore. Why did I say that? I meant chimera. Is that how you say it?
Chimera?
Yes. Phoenixes. What's your favorite mystical animal?
Mystical.
I mean creature, sorry.
Wow.
Mine's a phoenix. It will always be a phoenix.
Wow, you'd have to dig deep into Dungeons and Dragons stuff, but I would say
yeah.
a Kender.
Wait.
I gotta look that up.
Kender, I think, or maybe...
Wait, how do you spell it? Wait.
Kender, I think.
Kender.
Yeah, they're like halflings. We did a lot of Dungeons and Dragons stuff with Kenders because they were just like goofy and stupid and...
Kendra.
Have you heard of Shannara?
No. Who is she?
Wait, what's the mythical creature? Is it like a horse-like kind of creature?
Kender. No, it's like a halfling. It's like a hobbit type thing.
It's actually a book that my dad read when he was a teenager, but they turned it into a TV show.
I've seen this.
Oh, okay, I get it.
Wait.
Yeah. That's Terry Brooks.
The Shannara Chronicles. Yeah, my dad said it's really good. I'm watching the TV show. It's really good. Only 3 episodes have come out.
It's on MTV.
I don't know what it's on. Like my dad bought it though. He bought like the entire season pass.
Okay.
It's really good so far. It's like there's so many cool things about it.
I want a dragon.
There's demons and elves and dwarves and trolls. Did you read the books?
Those, no.
Okay. Well, it's really, really good.
It looks like it's a Dungeons and Dragons related thing, though.
Yeah, it seems familiar.
Wait, Dungeons of Dragons.
Dungeons and Dragons.
Julie, anything else like to say? And if not, last question.
Okay. Wait, what do you call it? Shannara? Basically, there's this tree and the demon world, and the demon world is like not in their real world because they like cast the demons out. I don't know. I'm trying to explain this briefly. And the tree keeps them out. It's like the elk race, I guess. There's a whole thing to it though. I'm not being specific, but every leaf, the tree got sick, and every leaf that falls off the tree, every demon, like a demon, comes into the real world.
Spawn.
Oh my gosh, that happened to me in 92.
What?
No, I'm joking.
Okay.
Explain.
It was a joke. I made it up. That did not, in fact, happen to me. I did not have every leaf fall off of the tree and turn into a demon.
It's like here.
Wow, you had Dunkin' Donuts and Dungeons and Dragons on the same search. Okay.
Wait, what?
This is what the tree looks like.
Oh, yeah.
It's awesome. Well, darn it, it's not a bigger picture. Okay. Anyways, last question.
All
What
right.
advice?
Wait, no. Do you like waffles? Do you like waffles?
What is better, waffles or pie?
You look shocked. Sorry.
What kind of pie?
Every pie.
Ooh, I'm going to have to go with pie, generally speaking.
Okay. we're not
Yay.
friends
Okay,
anymore.
fine.
But I like waffles, but I don't like the really big, thick, tall ones.
Do you like Eggo waffles?
I like Waffle House waffles where they're like flat and greasy. That's what I like.
I like.
I just
Eggo
put-
waffles.
I like-
Sitting too far back.
I like Eggos, and then I put peanut butter on them. I don't really
I
like
like
putting them with
Nutella.
syrup.
I know there's
Ugh, better.
There's
butter is
apple waffle pie.
Wow.
So my friends and I were having a war, and she's like, I looked up pie, and this is what showed up, and we were quiet for a while.
It's
That's
like
the-
compromise.
It's pretty awkward. I was like, well, what do we do now?
It's a compromise, Caden.
There's nothing to do. It was a pretty intense war too.
Apple waffle pie.
I joined the pie army because pie is best. What's your favorite pie?
I like the chocolate cream type pies.
Oh, chocolate pie's pretty good.
Yeah.
I've only tasted like 3 types of pies. Chocolate, apple, didn't like pumpkin. Apple's the best.
Oh, pumpkin pie's good.
Pumpkin
Yeah.
pie
But
is
it's-
awesome.
Or a sweet potato pie if you don't have
Nah.
pumpkins.
Don't know what that is, but all right.
You don't know what a sweet potato is?
Can't you just like? It's pretty basic, like sweet potato and pie. Can't you just like?
It tastes just like pumpkin pie, except it's made with sweet potatoes instead.
Okay. Last question. What advice would you give to Caden and I, the Twister sisters?
Bum bum bum.
Dun 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 dun. Done. Awkward silence.
Aim big.
And big.
Aim big. Don't ever sell yourself short. Go after those big things. If you are like looking at an idea, if there's something out there and you're like, oh no, that's too tough, that's too hard, just do it anyway.
Yeah.
Just do it. Sorry.
Aim big. That's my advice.
Okay.
Cool.
Just make sure you're safe, anyways.
I need to write down all this advice stuff on my walls.
Or if you only could audio and or video record it and go back and, I don't know, relive those moments.
But you have to stay safe because like you don't want to go skydiving, but like not have your parachute. I mean, wait,
Yeah.
not have your parachute. It's like okay, let's go.
That's a good one too.
Just that's my not advice. Like, I guess advice.
Don't skydive without a parachute.
Yeah.
I
It's
should.
not supposed to be
That
advice.
definitely deserves.
I just
to
said
be just-
twice in a row. Mom's gonna
there.
be mad.
All right.
All right. Okay. Thank you so much for being here.
Yes.
Thank you.
High five.
High five.
I-
Watch the elbow.
I did.
Okay.
I took
Watch
your
your elbow.
advice.
Well, sorry, it's too far. It doesn't work that way.
It worked pretty
Okay.
good.
Thank you so much for coming.
We really appreciate
Happy
it.
to be here. Thank you guys.
Yeah, I feel
Thanks
like
so
there's
much.
more to talk about. I gotta come up with more questions.
I have like 10 more questions. It's just like, okay, all we're ever going to talk about is the military. But it was actually really
Yeah, it
cool
was
to hear
cool.
about your
The
experiences
explosions and-
like your hiking
know
and
they're really-
everything.
Oh, you should ask me one day about the biggest explosion I've ever.
Go ahead. Just do it.
Yeah.
There was a day, and my eyes lit up like I could imagine yours would light up too.
Light it up.
This sergeant I knew called me over and he was like, "Hey sir, I'm gonna give you 40 pounds of explosives and a roll of duct tape, and I need you to make a big bomb." Oh my god! It was so great. I got to just duct tape all this stuff together, and then
That sounds fun.
It's called a cratering charge. So we put it deep in the ground and blew it up, and it made a huge pit, like a swimming pool.
Was there a
size.
mushroom cloud?
Yeah, actually, it blew up so much earth. It was
Giant
more like,
mushroom.
I wouldn't say a mushroom. It'd be more like I don't know, like a sparkler, like kind of shooting out in every direction. But it was all dirt, just went everywhere. It was great.
Did you guys just do it?
Yeah, we
Was
did.
there like any purpose for it?
Well, we were learning about explosives and doing explosives things.
Was it more
So
like
no-
the fun part?
It was like the fun day. We had done like 3 weeks of learning how to put bombs together and making
Oh,
explosives.
have you ever defused a bomb?
Not while it was like about to explode. Not like
Which wire is it?
The ones that I worked with, there was only one wire. It wasn't like secret. You would just go, and then it's done.
No. It's not like, which wire is it? The red one or blue one? I'm colorblind.
Oh my gosh, that sounds like a good story.
That's from like the dog movie where they're like, which wire is it? He's like, I don't know, I'm colorblind. That's pretty sad.
Nice.
I cried when I found out animals are colorblind. I cried.
We don't actually know that. I think we're just guessing that.
No, I looked it up and it's like it's estimated, I think, like an educated guess or
Like rods and cones, they have the rods but not the cones.
but I think it's that they said like dogs can see some color, but they can't see all colors. Maybe they see differently than us.
Huh.
Mm-hmm.
Like white is black and pink is yellow and red is blue and green. Why am I giving
Have you ever
examples?
wondered, like, maybe there's a difference in people? Maybe what you see
I
as
know.
pink, I see as orange.
I've
but we have the
always
same
wondered
name
that,
for
like
it.
ever
my
since I was in
gosh.
second grade.
Isn't that freaky?
That is freaky.
You've never wondered that in your life?
No, you're gonna freak me out.
Like
I won't stop thinking about
like,
it.
Kaden, what if I have your eyesight and you have mine, and then you look green and I look purple? to
But you both, like, it looks normal to you, so you call it the same
Yeah.
names and the same colors, and you have no idea if that's what other people see.
I know that.
Isn't that freaky?
I'm thinking about this.
I
tonight.
thought of that ever since I was little. I just never said anything about it.
Watch your elbow.
Yeah.
I'll put that on the wall too. Put the watch the elbow.
That's probably the best advice I could give you. Watch the elbow.
Watch yellow.
How
I'm
to
gonna
get
do
the
that with
best
Josh
high
now.
five.
Because whenever we do it, when we had five, we're like, okay, wait, redo. It's like we never get it. We did it once.
It's fun when you do it and then you get it like really good. Well, I think it hurts really hard because you're like, you can do it the
Oh my
hardest.
gosh, I remember you were roller skating, like, high five, Caden, and then you roller skate
I went
really
like this.
fast, and
I
she's
went-
like, and then she like slammed her hand into my hand, and I'm like, ow, and she's like, it didn't even hurt that much, I didn't do anything damage, and I'm like, ah. It's like stubbing your toe, but worse. I hate stubbing my toe. Okay, wait, we were just in the outro.
Yes.
Thank you so much for coming. We really appreciate
Yeah, that
it.
was awesome.
Thank you guys. This was fun.
Yeah. Thanks everybody for watching. I'm like taking your outro.
I know she's been taking my outros lately.
I'm amazing at outros.
Just keep going, bro.
And now for the talking heads.
Everybody who is watching, thank you so much for watching. Thanks for being here and subscribe. I'm not good at the outro. Hopefully you look forward to our next podcast.
And we look forward to our next podcast.
Yes.
Okay, thank you everyone for coming. You just said that. Dang it.
I don't know what to say now.
I know.
Okay, you know what? Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, everybody.
Thanks, Caden. For,
So there's this thing, and we all hold the bye.
like, bye.
So yeah, bye. Like we all say. Yes, you can do it in the highest voice you can. We're just trying to. We just try not to scream it.
I'm like giving him examples. Demonstration. Good job.
So on the count of 3.
Yes.
Count of 8. Count of 17.
Okay, 1, 2, 8.
Subscribe and see you soon. Sorry. Bye.
1, 2, 8. Bye.